Grace,
Yes, please, Elder.
how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Let the voice come up. You are not talking in your bedroom. The
Yes,
people
please.
want to hear what you have to say.
Yes, please.
The last video we uploaded of you, we boom boom boom. Okay. The last video we uploaded of you,
Yes, please.
you're talking about how this whole thing is scary for you.
It actually is. I'm actually scared right now.
You're scared right now.
Yeah.
Why are you scared?
I don't know what all these things are.
You don't know what?
I don't know what all these things are.
You don't know what these things are. This is a very powerful energy. First of its kind, nobody has this. If I should say what it does, before I know it, people are doing it. But this is the MEKRA mat.
You come at
Yes. It's the first of its kind. It will help you fly.
fly to where? Like in the sky.
It will help you fly.
See what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's scary.
This will help you fly. It's an engineering that it's not. What I would say, this is a prototype. This is a prototype. And two people are lucky to try for the first time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Has it already been done or?
This is mine. So these two are prototypes that we are given to some people to try it because they want to fly. You know, when you watch movies, you talk about Aladdin, and Aladdin was flying on the mats and all of that.
But those are like actual mats, like the normal traditional mats that we all know, flat on the floor or something.
No,
but
that's what the movie is telling you.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. So the Aladdin mat, a lot of people don't know what it is, but we leave it that. It's a conversation for another. Maybe someday I would break it down what the flying mat, the MEKRA mat does.
Okay.
Maybe someday. But
Someday,
today I'm talking about you.
Okay.
And I want to give a shout out to my brother, Alex Mayo Priest in Jamaica. I will say you're doing an amazing job in Jamaica. Listen, you're doing wonderful. I'm proud of you. Everything you're doing, I'm very proud of you. I know this year we had plans to come around and come and do some things, but we are not able to make it. We'll make it happen one day in Jamaica. Your brother will be there. Grace, what are you looking at?
Elder,
What are you looking at?
I'm just observing.
What are you observing?
I promise the people that if I see anything weird, I'll say.
You promise them if you see anything weird.
Yes, so I have to.
But this is not weird.
Elder, you're putting a mixture into.
The incense burner was actually my brother, Alex Mayo,
Okay.
Mayo Priest in Jamaica.
So it's actually an incense burner.
Yeah, this is an incense burner. So I saw him with this particular incense burner, and I told him, brother, can you send it down to me? Yeah. Send me the video. I want to be able to duplicate this.
Okay.
You see, there's one thing that our people don't know how to do. We don't know how to appreciate each other.
Yeah.
We will steal something from somebody and pretend we are the ones that have always been doing it. But we don't do that in this house. We don't do that in this house. We give credit to who credit is due. So
there's transparency.
yeah, in this house, whoever or whatever I get from anybody, I'll let the world know, listen, this banner is this is this. Like the flying mat, this is my engineering. So I would say this is my invention, this is my engineering, right?
Okay.
But with the incense banner looking this way, it was my brother who did it. But this incense, oh, this is the most powerful incense on the face of the earth.
Okay.
This is the most powerful incense on the face of the earth. It's not something, there's not children.
So is it like a mixture of flowers or herbs or because it's black?
It's a mixture of a dro. You know, I love a dro.
Nice.
It's a mixture of a dro, and because anyway, after your first video, you've been on the grounds, you've been at MEKRA,
Yes, please.
you've seen what we do here. What's your observation? No, let me not even say your observation. What do you think of what we do here? By the way, I'm activating this. So because
So you activate it by burning the incense.
no, it's what the incense does. It's the energy behind the incense. You understand?
Okay.
And then if you have the energy, you blow. As you're blowing, you're saying the prayers, but you have to be. The blowing is a code.
I
You're
was actually
sealing.
about to ask what the blowing signifies.
It's a code.
Okay.
You understand? And everybody can just blow something, right?
Okay. Yeah.
But for you to activate an energy, you need to have the key of the energy, and you need to have the permission of that particular energy in
Okay.
order to duplicate it. You understand? If I alone, I'm the one doing this, and I can't duplicate it, then it's not science.
Yes.
But if I can engineer this energy and duplicate it, and the duplicate will perform the same function as the original, then that is science.
Wow.
It's not just once. You can do it and do it and do it all over.
Wow.
Right? And this, it doesn't matter. After this incense, no energy can break this. It can travel. This is actually, this going to the US, this going to the UK, and it doesn't matter which hands it passes. Nobody can break it.
So the people who are actually getting these two are not even in Africa at all.
No, they are not in Africa.
Wow. So that means distance is no barrier, you
No,
know.
no, 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 no. With MEKRA and spirituality, distance is not a barrier at all.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Most of my works are done for people overseas.
Really?
Yeah.
That's quite interesting.
Yeah, people in Ghana don't. Most of them, some are scared, like you were scared.
I'm actually still scared, but
Why are you
I'm
scared?
trying to warm up to everything.
You've been around for a while. Why are you
That's
still
what I'm here
scared?
for.
You've been around for a while. Why are you still scared?
No, it's all new to me, and I'm trying to understand.
Why is it new to you?
Because I've never been in this space before. Or
But
let
wait,
me say,
I heard you were born in Nigeria
yes, I was.
and you spent a lot of time in Togo
Yes.
and you
I
spent some time in Ghana.
Yes.
So you are mixed race.
Well, I guess so.
Because you have a life in Nigeria, you have a life in Togo, and now in Ghana,
Yes.
and you are sitting at MEKRA now. And I would say now you have a life in MEKRA.
Yes.
Hey. You have a life in MEKRA.
So if it falls, you have to also blow.
No, if it falls, you have to apologize. It's an energy. It's a living being.
So you're apologizing.
Yeah, it's a living being. It's not
Hey
just...
guys, there's a lot to learn. There's a lot to learn.
It's a living being. Boy, Johnny. So what's your observation about spirituality so far? What do you think?
In all honesty, it's a lot. I feel like spirituality is a lot. It's not something you can fully grasp in a day. And it's something that you have to be open-minded about, especially if you've never been in, the space where these type of things are done. Otherwise, I don't think you'd be able to fully understand it. Because what is this actually, to the layman?
This incense I'm burning, right? It's so powerful, it would immediately change your aura.
Yeah, because I can feel some sensation.
You can feel some sensation. This incense is so powerful. If I tell you how far and wide we have to travel to get the ingredients of this incense, it will blow your mind.
Wow.
So what people don't know is that spirituality is a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. This is what we do every day. You understand? It's not one day. You don't do anything one day. Every day I smoke myself a bit. You understand? I cleanse myself. I empower myself with energy. I drink some stuff. I put my feet on it. I do some rituals. Every day I do some prayers and all of that. So every day I'm cooking.
Wow. So that goes to say that if you're maybe in the spiritual walk or on the spiritual walk, you actually need to do things daily.
Yeah,
Keep yourself,
it's a daily practice, especially with my position. I'm the leader of Onyame Kɛse Krom. So obviously I'm leading a lot of people, and I'm praying with a lot of people, and I'm doing works for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And doing that is not something that is easy, because a lot of people have different situations they're going through.
Yeah.
And then it's my responsibility that when they come, they get answers. And if they're not getting answers, and they're not coming. It's that simple.
So
But
that means I will get answers.
yeah, you'll get answers. But my focus here is, my job, honestly, is to help everybody know who they are. I love that more than anything. You know, yes, we can do the favors, we can do the marriage, we can do the protection, the deliverance, and all of that. We can do all of that. But there's no point doing all of that without knowing who you are.
Okay.
You need to know who you are. And I want to believe, as you've come here, you give yourself enough time to actually build your spiritual walk. You give yourself enough time to start knowing who you are. So when you come here, our process is, you do the spiritual diagnosis first.
Okay.
The spiritual diagnosis is what people call prophetic. I'm going to church for prophecies. I'm going to church for the prophet to tell me what is happening. Prophet to D, what is happening, right? I don't want to call it prophetic. I call it the spiritual diagnosis, because physically, you have a physical diagnosis, right? When you are sick,
Yeah,
you go to the hospital, they give you a physical diagnosis, checking where the case is, where the condition is, so that they can give you the necessary remedies to that particular thing, right? Everything that is happening physically first takes place in the spirit. So if there's a physical diagnosis, then of course there's a spiritual diagnosis that needs to be done. So when you come to MEKRA, what we do is that we ensure that we've done a thorough spiritual investigation about you, your life, everywhere you've been, everywhere you've walked, everything you've ever done.
Wow. So it's like a deep spiritual look into somebody's life.
Yeah. Once you give me the permission, we will dig. We can go all the way to when you were born.
Really?
When you're a baby, when you're crying in Ghana.
Ha.
Yeah, so one person's diagnosis can take 2 hours. If I'm giving you this is not the search. If I'm giving you the result, it can take me 2 hours to break down the result. 3
For
hours.
real?
The longest I've gone is 5 hours, breaking down somebody's result.
That's a lot.
Yeah, so it's very detailed. So we don't rush our work. When you come and you want to have a spiritual diagnosis, we don't rush it at all. We take our time to investigate and search through everything we need to know about you. Then I tell you. So once I tell you the result of your diagnosis, that would help me know the exact rituals you need.
And the rituals are necessary?
Yes, of course. If you are sick and you are diagnosed with diabetes, cancer, whatever it is, do you think the medications are necessary?
Yes. So the rituals are like medications to whatever will be diagnosed.
Exactly.
Oh.
So that's what the rituals is, just fixing what is gone wrong all this while.
Spiritually in your life.
Exactly. Why things are the way they are. And then if you realize that this is the particular person that you are, what are the things you can do to actually revert and restore and reconstruct who you really are.
Wow. And that means I have a long way to go.
It's a long way. I've been at it for a long time. I started my spiritual journey when I was 17.
Really?
Yes, that's when I first got born again.
Okay, that's in like the church setting?
Yeah, the church
when
setting.
You born again.
Yeah, and a lot of people want to think that when you are in the church, you are not on a spiritual journey.
Okay, so that means...
You can be in the church and be on a spiritual journey. You Muslim, Hindu, whatever, it's all spiritual, right? But there are levels to this thing. So, in as much as you are in a church, whatever it is, there are levels. If you want to grow in a church to become a spiritual person, you can. If you want to grow in the mosque to become a spiritual person, you can. Okay. If you want to grow, the problem is that a lot of people don't really want to grow. So a lot of people are in the churches, but they are not growing. They are just participants in the church or participants in the mosque or members. They're just seeking membership. So when they die, somebody can bury them, or it's a club for some people. But if you sit in the church and you really want to grow, you would grow. If you're in the mosque, you want to grow, you would grow. Wherever you find yourself, you would grow. And the growth is what would cause you to question things.
I was about to ask that, because then where does, spirituality come into the church setting and, all of that? But then, now that you said that, it makes sense.
It was my growth in the church that made me question things. And the church setting, they will tell you, you can't question God. You can't question things.
Yes, exactly.
You understand? So when you begin to question things, you hit a place where the answers are no longer in the church. Then now you have to step beyond the walls of the church for the answers. That's how my journey started when I was 17, all the way till now. So many years.
Wow. Because for me, I've always been, like you said, you start to question things and you start to wonder why some things are the way they are. So I've always been, having questions in my mind. So I guess, like you said, that's when, you are now led.
Continue. Continue. Why did you stop?
Hey, Elder.
Continue.
So, okay, I kept quiet to honor them.
No, they know what I'm doing. They know I'm having a conversation with you.
They know, so they can hear us.
They're all over the place. Wow. They're all over the place. They're here.
Okay.
And I can be holding it like that, but if I give this to you, you won't be able to hold it. No, we can try it.
Oh no, I think I'm good for now. No.
No, if I give this, you won't be able to hold it.
Oh, no, it's small. We'll get it.
Yeah, you were saying.
We'll get it. So I was just saying that I think you're right. I can agree with you. When you say that when you're in the church or whatever spiritual setting you are, you can grow, and it's the growth that causes you to begin to question things. Because that has been my own experience, and I guess that's what has led me here in the first place. And I can say that coming here, at first I was quite skeptical. I will not lie. I'll be honest about that. And I was terrified.
Why?
Because the way the world sees spiritual, let me not even say spiritual, like African spirituality, it's demonic or it's evil. For instance, how do I even tell my friends that, Sundays, I don't think I'm going to church anymore. I'm on a different path now, trying to understand something deeper. How do I tell people that? So everybody thinks it's evil. Everybody thinks it's demonic or the devil is involved. And I'm not saying that everybody except me. I also have that that thought. It's now that I'm trying to have an open mind and understand what exactly is going on with African spirituality, because for me, I think that if maybe, for instance, we were never colonized or any of that, we'll probably still be deeply rooted in the things our ancestors used to do. I don't know what the world would have been, but I feel like it would still be, at least, it wouldn't be, completely seen as demonic or evil. There'll still be people who are bold enough to practice these things and teach their kids. That's what I think. But then, so for me, I'm very curious. I am very curious, and I want to really understand what this is. I'm trusting you to, to guide me, to make sure this whole thing goes well, because, like I said, I still don't know. It's not like the fear is not there. It is there, but, you never know till you try. You see, so that's just it.
I mean, if I should say I'm addressing every single thing you've said, we're not going to finish today.
Okay.
So I have a proposal, right?
Okay.
On your journey, from time to time, whatever questions you have, you bring it to me, and then we'll take time and answer them.
Okay.
What I can say for sure is that don't trust me.
Okay.
No. Don't trust me.
But you're the one leading me.
Yeah, but don't trust me.
So who do I trust? Do I
Trust
God?
Your true self, your MEKRA, your Holy Spirit.
My true self. When you say my true self, I don't understand.
The real you.
That's the me sitting down here, right?
No. So you have a physical body, right? And your physical body also has a mind, which is your soul.
Okay.
And within your mind, you have what we call the MEKRA. So beyond the mind, sorry, what we have the MEKRA.
Okay.
So the MEKRA is not, you are not your physical body. You are not your soul, which is your mind, your memory, your emotions.
Okay.
And you are not your spirit, because your spirit is like the energy that keeps you, right?
Right.
So the real you is who you need to trust. The real you is the one that has come on earth to possess this body of yours, right?
Okay.
To walk and experience everything on the face of the earth. Yeah.
Okay, so is it like when people say, oh, trust your gut or trust your intuition?
Trust your gut, trust your intuition. That's the real you. That's your true self.
So it's just not voices.
No. And that's what MEKRA is all about. MEKRA is like my true self. My I am. MEKRA is an account word. It's actually a 2-syllable word. Kra is your true self, your true essence, your chi, your asset, the real you,
And then
and me is mine.
Oh.
So the whole assignment of MEKRA is to help you know you.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
So I'm not
Wow.
even trying to introduce you to any god. I'm not trying to introduce you to any energy. I'm not trying to introduce you to anyone. I'm introducing you to you. And I'm saying trust you to lead you.
Wow.
Because you are that power that has come on the face of the earth to have an experience.
Wow.
You have been in existence eternally. You are not just coming into existence. You are just coming to earth. And you are just on earth for this earthly experience. But you've always been in existence.
Really?
This is not your first time in existence.
Oh, what? Wow. That's something very deep to analyze. So that means when we even talk of eternal life, it means I've always been there and I will always be there.
You've always been and you would always be. This is why the whole conversation of life after death is ridiculous. This is why when somebody tells you, I'm promising you eternal life, it's the most ridiculous thing.
Because it's guaranteed for you regardless.
Energy is constant. Energy is ever present. Spirit never dies. So your MEKRA is beyond your physical self. The only thing that is dying is a physical essence, the physical body, the physical being. And anything that is a physical being actually doesn't even die because it ends and it starts. Like a seed. A seed will die and resurrect. Your physical body, when you die, will go back to the earth, decay, resurrect.
Wow.
That's what this whole thing is about. But the real you has always been in existence eternally. You've always been. So nobody can promise you what you've always had.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Eternal life has always been you. You are an eternal being. The minute you came into existence was when the creative force or the creators, the All-Father and the All-Mother, brought you into existence. That's when you came in.
I'm really curious about this incense.
This incense is the most powerful thing anybody can get. That's why I don't even sell it. I don't sell this. I don't know. No amount of money will buy this incense.
Huh? Really?
I wouldn't sell it.
Elder, you don't tell me, at least.
No, I only use it here. And the only how you can have access to this incense is when you are underground. This is the only product I don't ship worldwide.
Oh, so every other thing can be sent to
Yeah, every other thing I can send it. And yeah.
So that
Then GA I don't.
GA.
I don't do GA. I don't send it worldwide. No. It has to be here. You have to come
I
here.
think that's when you go into the realms, right?
Yeah, that's where you travel to meet your true self again. To meet the real you. So my whole job is to help you meet you.
So can someone get lost?
No. I'll always bring you back.
You will bring us back.
Yeah, nobody will ever get lost in the realms.
So that means if we go into the realms, and maybe we're going astray or we're scared or we don't know what to do, you can actually come and get us out.
So GA is my engineering.
Okay.
The practice of going into the realms, astral projection, and all of these things, soul travel, and all these things, has been in existence ever since.
So
Our great ancestors have always practiced these things.
really,
But there are so many different platforms that people use. I haven't tried those platforms. People use ayahuasca, iboga, all the names. I've never tried those things. I haven't used.
so you have
My
your own
engineering is what I call GA.
method. Oh wow.
Yes. And again, you have to know the herbs.
So it's herbs.
Exactly. Everything is herb. Every juju is herb. Every hydro is herb. That's why when people try to demonize it, it doesn't make sense.
So even this.
This herbs.
So if it's herbs, why do you need to wrap and wrap and wrap?
Eh.
Why not hold it as it is?
Why not hold what else?
The herbs.
No, so you have to learn to now bring the herbs together, do the necessary rituals to make them marry each other, and accept each other to work with each other. Because every single herb is an energy. So, for example, if I have 7 herbs, 8 herbs, 9 herbs here,
Don't bring it close.
it's not coming. But nothing will happen. It's just that when you can't hold it. That one I can promise you. If I put 9 herbs together, it's a combination of 9 energies, or what most people say 9 gods. It's a combination of 9 gods. So it's not just herbs. Every herb is a god. That's how come every single thing in existence is also a god. You are a goddess.
Me.
Yes. You just don't know it.
Guys, it's like the weird stuff are coming, oh. Because how can you tell me I'm a goddess?
So
Elder.
if I look at something, right, and I create that thing, I create it in the image of the blueprints, what have I done?
You've created like a replica of the same thing.
The replica of the same thing. Is it possible that a replica can be as good as the original?
It's possible.
Is it possible that the replica can even be better than the original?
It is possible.
Okay, this is a conversation I don't even, because then the churches and the so-called people, so now the people who have now come into Christianity will now come and say, oh, look at this person, he's blaspheming and all of that. Everything about creation is evolution. The sun is growing. People don't know that the sun is growing. The sun is not what it is. The sun hasn't matured yet. The sun is still at the baby stage.
And the way it scotches on us like this, it's still growing.
No, the sun is growing. It hasn't gotten anywhere yet.
Wow.
Yeah.
But how do you know this? Like, how do you know that?
Downloads. I call it downloads. I call it the GA. Downloads.
The GA.
The energies come and talk to you. They give you stuff. They inform you. Intelligence is alive.
Wait a minute. The energies. When you say energies, is it like the gods? You mean the gods?
You would call God,
Okay.
lack of a better word, because that's what makes you understand it. Right? Yeah, so the gods, according to you. Yeah.
Okay.
Or according to not just you, like according to the popular opinion, they say gods, right?
But
But I prefer energies.
Energies. So they're energies. Point blank.
Yeah.
So they come and they speak to you,
Yeah.
like physically, or maybe in your dreams.
Depending on the level, they come to me physically.
For real.
Yeah.
Like you can see them and talk to them, like
Yeah.
the way we're talking right now.
Yeah. Multiple,
Really?
not even just one.
So how does one get to that?
I was doing a diagnosis for somebody, and the person was telling me, "Oh, what's up? The clouds opened one time, and a human being descended from the clouds and started talking to me." Yeah, this is not even me. So there are people who are on Earth that have encountered the energy. That's what people call aliens. People call Anunnaki. People call all these. They give all these names to them, right? But these are just the energies of ancient times.
Okay, and this person is a person, like, okay, so first of all, was it physically, like the opening of the sky?
Yeah, physical.
Physically. And is this person already in spirituality?
No,
or
this person is a Christian.
a Christian? Not even someone who is into African
No.
traditional.
No, that's the thing. I work for everybody. I teach everybody. I help everybody. Knowing who you are is not a religious thing. You don't have to be a Christian or a Muslim or something to know who you are.
Yeah.
Knowing who you are is simply the right of every single existence. The trees got to know that I'm a tree. I am a neem tree. That's why trees are majestic. They know who they are. And they are proud of themselves because they know what they can give you. But you don't know who you are.
Yeah.
You understand? And that's what I was saying the other day. People research into everything else. People spend time, spend money, millions of dollars, do research, do studies, all to go into discoveries, knowings, right? But nobody is ready to spend a little time to go into themselves.
That's true.
The lion knows its strengths and weaknesses. That's how the lion is able to. What I like is the tiger. The tiger is the most powerful of all the cats, right?
Not even the lion, like everybody
No,
thinks.
the tiger, right? It's dangerous one. Okay, so the tiger, right, the most powerful, knows his strengths and weaknesses, knows when to go after a prey, knows when to not go after a prey, knows when to run, knows when. But human beings, unfortunately, do not know themselves. They don't even know their weakness. They don't know their strengths. They don't know what makes them succeed. They don't know what will make them fail. They don't know what conversations to go into, what partnership to go into, what relationship, what business, what work did they bring on earth to come and do.
Okay.
They don't know all these things. And then they spend, people go to school for what? 30 years, 40 years in school, studying everything else. But yet when you ask the same person, right, what would make your energy dull? You don't know.
Wow. I think it's probably because well, I don't know, let me not say we, but let me say for me, I think we have a shallow knowledge that's what we believe to be who we are. Because someone might say, oh, I know myself, I know what makes me sad. I know that if I maybe I don't wake up well, I'm not in the mood to talk. And people think that, yeah, that's who they are. Or I feel like I'm very emotionally intelligent. But then maybe when it comes to really knowing who we are, then we have to look deep inward spiritually because we are spiritual beings.
What most people have and operate in is intellectuality.
Okay.
Most people are intellectual, pass down knowledge.
Okay.
Most people don't have access to intelligence.
Okay.
Intelligence is alive, it's an ever existent knowing that is constantly growing. Intellectuality is when intelligence has been captured and brought down into the various templates or into the various scrolls or storage systems that they put down and they become scribes or literatures or old documents and what have you, right? Sacred scriptures. If we can bring ourselves to a place where the same amount of time we spend knowing everything else, we spend that same amount of time knowing ourselves. Oh boy. Game over.
So I think that's why you also say that spirituality is a lifestyle because it's a continuous thing. It's not something you can, just study maybe for a year.
No. Who you are. Who you are. That's why you've always been a spiritual person. The only time you think you are not a spiritual person is because you came to earth.
Really?
You've always been a powerful person.
So then...
Because you came to earth, that's why now you think you're not a spiritual person. You're not a goddess. You're not a god. You're not powerful. Because you came to earth.
So that means we're all gods and goddesses.
Yeah, 100%. But some people always would choose to be slaves and would always stay in the frequency of slavery. Listen, you have a lot of questions, but we're not going to... That's what I'm saying. I have a deal for you. We're gonna take time. Whenever you have a question, we're gonna come around, ask me a question on your journey. And would you agree we film your journey to the people?
I guess so.
We show your process to the people.
We can.
Okay.
I already promised them that, I'll be carrying them along. I already promised people online that I will be carrying them along. I just have a lot going through my mind from the conversation, we've just had. You've mentioned the GAA and everything. Is that something I would also need to do?
Yeah. You have to. Everybody needs to have a GAA experience. Everybody needs a spiritual diagnosis. Everybody needs a spiritual cleansing. Everybody needs protection. Everybody needs to travel into the realms to know their real self.
So that means the first step is the spiritual diagnosis.
It's the spiritual diagnosis.
And I'd have to go through that process as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I have a free online spiritual diagnosis. I'm gifting 21 people free spiritual diagnosis online.
Really?
So that same week, I'll do your diagnosis. Yeah.
Really?
Yes, 100%.
Oh my.
That's how much I want people to wake
know.
up.
Yeah. Wait, you said online.
Online.
So that means you don't even need to be here.
No.
You don't need to see the person.
No, you can be everywhere. I just need details, your information, and I use your information to search everything about you.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I'm going to be on Facebook. I'm going to be on Instagram. I'm going to be on TikTok. 21st, 22nd, 23rd. 21 diagnosis for free.
Well, I know for sure that I'm going to be online watching.
Yeah.
Because I really wanted to see how that would go. Because it's crazy. Because I never thought with
No, it's going to be beautiful. Because one thing about me is that I'm a prophet. In the church, people will say prophet or default.
Okay.
I'm a prophet, right?
Okay.
And I also have the tools of the diagnosis. That's what makes it insane.
Yeah.
Then I have the whispers of the All Mother. So the All Mother is whispering to me.
Ha.
I sit in the air energy, being a prophet, and also, of course, the Alpha tools.
Now you've completely confused my brain. You've
Don't
literally flipped my brain upside down. 'Cause
Don't worry, like
what
I
do you
said.
mean by the All Mother?
Like I said, you will learn a lot of things
Wow.
on this journey.
Guys.
Okay?
So far, no weird stuff. At least.
No weird stuff. But you
When
can
I
try
thought-
to hold it.
No, thank you.
At
I don't
least
want
for them to
fly.
know.
Oh, no. Let's enter the realms first and see how that goes. But
I hope I answered your questions today.
yes, please. There's a lot more, but I know that as time
With
goes
time.
on, we will touch on everything. But then, I'm very, very intrigued. And like I said, no weird stuff for now. For now, he said I shouldn't trust him.
No, don't
So
trust
I'm not
me.
going to trust him, like I said earlier. I'm
Trust
going
your
to
true
trust
self.
my true self, which I'm still trying to know and understand.
And that's a problem. That's why a lot of people are in situations. A lot of people are in wrong covenants. A lot of people are in serious occultic bondages. A lot of people are stuck in the churches. A lot of people are in all this craziness because they trusted somebody to lead them. Don't trust me to lead you. That's why my work is about sending you into the realms to meet the real you.
Wow. So if I understand what you just said, it means you get to have your own personal encounters.
You grow.
Wow.
On your personal journey, I am not introducing you to anything.
Wow.
I'm not initiating you into anything. I am calling you to be in relationship with you, to fall in love with you.
Wow.
That's all I'm doing. Then the other side, if you, after discovering yourself, know you, if you want to come and say, let's talk a drew, that's a different conversation.
When you say the Adru, is that like, what's that?
The drew is herbs. Habano.
So the same herbs now.
The same herbs I'm holding. Drink the herbs, eat the herbs, sleep on the herbs. A drew.
If it's herbs there, me I'll partake.
It's herbs.
If it's herbs, I'll partake because though you're pressing on it, sounds necessary.
No, a drew. You have to chop a drew. I love a drew.
Okay. Maybe I also going to love a drew.
Yeah. I love a drew. I'm in love with a drew.
So people should love it.
You should love it. People want to call it juju, sangoma, whatever it is.
So that's what people call juju. Oh wow.
It's herbs. But for ignorance, they think it's something. It is the herbs.
So that boils down to the concept of it being evil, like I was thinking.
If the contemporary you are eating is evil, then what I do is evil. If the kalulu you are eating is evil, then what I do is evil. If the cassava leaves you are eating is evil, then what I do is evil. If the bitter lemon leaves is evil, then what I do is evil. I just mentioned 4 powerful herbs casually. It passed over your head.
Bitter lemon.
Exactly.
Contumely. You said color something. I didn't really hear
4
that
powerful. I just gave 4 powerful herbs away. If you're watching, you can play back and get the names
powerful
of these.
as in their energy. Okay, you already said
These
all
are
plants
energies. These are oboros. Don't worry, I'll give you a draw to chop.
Really?
You chop a draw.
Will we show them too when I'm chopping it?
We'll show them. Everything you do, say you want to show them your life. So we'll show them your process, your
You
growth.
guys, don't laugh at me.
When you chop a draw and then a draw gets you, then you know that, okay.
Wow.
We'll cook you. I'll cook you.
I want to be cooked.
There's a herb, right? We put it together, it becomes a very sacred oil. If I rub it on your face, nobody can take your picture anywhere.
Yoda, I like that one.
Nobody can take your picture anywhere to do anything to you. When they call your image, it won't show up. It doesn't matter where they go. Let them go to the most highest shrines they think they have. When they call your image, because once that oil comes on your face, they now have to decode which energy was in the oil. They have to decode and know which herbs were in the oil, and then bypass the security systems of these herbs before they can get to your face.
So that means it serves as a protection, basically.
Serious protection.
Wow. I think I need that.
You have that. So do we agree?
Yes.
Your next section, I should put that on your face?
Yes.
For all to see.
Yes.
Okay. It's a deal.
Yes.
And then let them take your picture anywhere. At least your face is there.
Guys, who wants to try? When we do it, someone can
When
try.
we do it, right? When I put that oil on your face, now they can take your picture and take it anywhere and say they are charming you that you fall in love.
Hey! Yeah, I'm not a lover girl already. So you guys, this one will make me double stronger.
A draw is sweet.
So,
you have to chop a draw.
Wow. Wow. This has been amazing.
Yes, it's been a great conversation. I have to go and finish my job.
This has been amazing. Yes, please.
So,
thank you so much.
Thank you for coming around, and we are continuing our job. Keep coming.
I'll keep coming.
Don't stop coming.
From this conversation, I really have a lot to learn then.
Don't stop coming. You have to keep coming.
Wow. So you still tell me?
No.
Oh.
This everybody have their secret ingredient.
So is this a secret?
This is my secret ingredient.
So no in-house person even.
No. Nobody has to know. Nobody will ever know. This is going to my grave. It's going with me to my grave.
Tell that.
I'm not teaching anybody.
So you have to tell something that when you leave, you continue the tradition.
When I leave this realm, my energy will come back and teach the person who will take over me.
I think that's another conversation.
No, I'll come back.
You come back?
Yeah, when I move on, I'll come back and teach whoever takes my place. Yeah, that's the energy. That's engineering we're doing.
So you not teach the person before you go?
No. Then I need to trust you first that you do good with it. Exactly. Because you can do a lot of damage with this. So yeah. Anyway, it's okay. Get off from my set. Let me complete my ritual. Guys, she's saying bye-bye.
Guys,
it's okay.
Till next time.
Go away. Let me finish my job.